are live. It's Sunday Night Wrestling. We're live here. And kids, we got those 9 matches. We got those 9 matches lined up. Kicking it off, Vulgar the Clown taking on Eric Coleman. One-on-one here. We're going to get right into it because we are late, but we are live. We are going to get this thing started here right away. Appreciate you guys suffering through those things that can't be changed. Except the things that can. So here we go, Eric Coleman versus Vulgar the Clown. Eric Coleman putting on quite a show in the last couple of weeks. Vulgar the Clown has this tendency to put a stop to things like that in a hurry. Vulgar the Clown starts his climb back up towards the top of the Intercontinental ladder. And Eric Coleman struggling to find the footing on the first rung.
Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 275 pounds, Eric the Hammer Coleman.
The Hammer coming in a little later in the season. He's been here, what, about 2-3 months now? Not getting much airtime. Finally getting his face on the screen here with us is Eric Coleman. Let's go over these matchups real quick. Eric Coleman versus Vulgar the Clown. Kicking it off, as we just spoke about, Logan Hawk goes one-on-one against Prestige tonight. Nope, we honestly just kicked it off, Ken. You got in here probably quicker than I did. Probably got here quicker than I did. But, Logan Hawk taking on Prestige coming up next. Blaze challenges Kris Chaos for the Cruiserweight Championship. Chris Nightmare challenges Angus Gordon for the United States title. Remington Singer goes one-on-one against Zakk the Ripper. Tank looking to recapture the hardcore title against Ted Rockpage tonight. Destruction Inc. goes against the War Raiders. But tonight, the War Raiders will consist of James Coleman and Big Bad Adam Boot. Empress challenges Amaya for the World Undisputed Champion. And special main event. Cashed it in last episode. IKB versus Remington Singer. World Heavyweight Championship title tonight for the main event. And Vulgar the Clown kicking off the show with a big bulldog out of the corner. Big knee first. And up on the shoulders, fireman's carry. GTS buckled him in half with that German suplex. Vulgar making moves quick here. Big frog splash, and Jenna Taylor right here for the count. Eric Coleman kicking out at 2, but best barely. Vulgar dropping bombs here. Eric Coleman, the Hammer rolling out. Look at this. Springboard nobody home. Eric Coleman sidestepping the Freak. Can I call him that? Is that alright? That's the first I've ever done that, I think. I knew that was a long trip. Vulgar needs a makeover. Is he looking to grow his hair out or shave his eyebrows maybe? Jenna with the count inside the ring, and Vulgar looking to take his opponent piece by piece. Hammer fires back. A couple of big shots. Getting back into the ring before the count out. And the Hammer taking some time here with the crowd. Vulgar back in before the count at 10 and catches Coleman coming out of the corner. Snapping cutter, that was just about it. Vulgar, what are you doing? 2 O's for Vulgar the Clown. Stupid. Targeting system way off. The Hammer dropping elbows here. Keeping Vulgar matted, so to speak, here at ringside. Trying to get the crowd behind him, but semi seems to be working. Stepping through, crosses him over. Booty to the booty hole. You put a boot in the booty hole. I don't think that's what that means, Vulgar. That's not what booty hole means. That's not what that means. That's not what that means at all, man. Can't be putting that 10.5 boot up something. Can't be. The Hammer with a military press gorilla slam. Vulgar really taking his time to get up off that mat. Makes it in before the count of 10. Double leg takedown, steps over. Wicked stepsister. The Clown walking the Hammer. Went for a bear hug and the Hammer retaliates. Ducks under the clothesline. Big backdrop. Vulgar in a rough spot. Spine buster. And a pinfall attempt. Only 2. The Hammer could make a move. The Hammer could be making a move here in the Intercontinental Division with a win over Vulgar the Clown. Vulgar kicking out at 2. That was close. Also, Ken, did we? No. We still need one more member for the BMF IKB Survivor Series team. Pinfall attempt, Jenna. Now some wrestlers have already been chosen over. People moved around here. The War Raiders have picked up Kris Nightmare. Two that Bud and Prestige will be looking at. Cameron Sawyer has joined forces with Destruction Incorporated and Anthony Omega. And of course we know about the ladies division there. But yeah, we would need one more member to join that team. And look at this, Vulgar surviving yet another almost Vader bomb style maneuver from the Hammer. GTS. And again with that German suplex, and he bridges him almost, but doesn't hold him for pinfalls. Vulgar one more time, tried it earlier, successful this time, using that top rope as a springboard. Dean Graves to be added in. Gotcha. Will he be back by then? Yeah, he'll be back by then. Vulgar taking it up. D. Graves to join. I'm going to jot that down so I don't forget, because you know how that be. Vulgar looking for the pinfall. Shoulders are down. And the hammer grabs the bottom rope. Vulgar stepping under. Could it be Buzz Killer? Has it locked. No, he doesn't. Coleman. The hammer slides his arm up, keeping Vulgar from locking that wrist. And man, did he just hit a brick wall. The hammer in control real quick over Vulgar. Another pinfall attempt. Another cover. 2 count again. This matchup continues as the hammer faces off against Vulgar the Clown. The opening match of the night. And Vulgar with a big sit-down clothesline. He thinks he's got it. And he was right. Vulgar the Clown hit him with a tree branch of a clothesline. Of course, that was after a wicked stepsister we see there. And here, this power bomb, almost enough to finish the matchup, but that clothesline, man. Vulgar the Clown picking up a WW over there. 2 WWs. Ken said, woo woo too. There, imagine that. Picking up a W in the win column. What a way to kick off the show. Sunday night, a little bit later than usual, but we are here. We are live. We are tired as all get out. Sore, feet hurt. Legs hurt, back hurt. It was a good time though. Took a walk around the Pittsburgh Renaissance Fair today. Was not too bad, even in the rain. Smart enough to waterproof all my stuff, my cape, my hood. Kept this in a good spot. Had a good time, even in the rain. It was still fun. 8-10 would probably do it again. Look at this. Contested action is leaving out on Prestige's end. Prestige versus Logan Hawk. One-on-one matchup. Yeah, we actually were considering getting our vows renewed today. They were doing it for free for I believe they were holding like a romance weekend or love and romance weekend. Wasn't I mean, I prefer the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair and Mannheim by far. Like, it was a good day. It was a good time by far, but we've had more fun elsewhere. Look at this, face to face, Logan Hawk and Prestige. All right, well, face to nipple. Logan tossing the hand out to her handshake. You gotta trust Prestige. Prestige. Alright. Prestige taking the big guy up on it and then runs him into the corner. Look at this. Prestige taking it right to the big guy. No bones about it. Drops him down and swings the neck. Look at this, Prestige. Super kick to the jaw. Jesus. Referee Lou watching on here as Prestige absolutely goes after Logan Hawk. I think Prestige knows the only way he's going to beat Logan Hawk is to either stay on the offensive and keep him down. Because if Logan Hawk gets a chance to get a hold of him, we're going to pick his teeth up in the 33rd row. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Look at this. Logan Hawk rolling to the outside. Prestige way up on top. That's not, I mean, we've seen him do it, but look at this, a crossbody. Shades of Ricky Steamboat crashing down to the outside, helping Logan Hawk back to his feet again just to knock him on his noggin with another DDT. Hawk back to his feet, a little disoriented, swinging a miss. That elbow caught him like square though. Lou with the count. And Prestige doesn't care about the count. And he's going to work on the knee of Logan Hawk. Referee count. Didn't quite reach 10. And Prestige a second too slow. This man might be in trouble at this point. Logan Hawk with a big sidewalk slam leads him into a big drop kick. And now Hawk missed again. Big headbutt by the Giant. Teach me to read and talk at the same time. Prestige wants to hurt the Giant. I believe that he do. High up overhead. Logan Hawk over the past couple weeks, look at this, turns his back on Prestige. I hate to call that a rookie mistake, but man, why would you do that? Well, I guess when you're the size of Logan Hawk, that's all it took. You just let the man run into you. That'll change the subject. Prestige with the boot. Coming up tight. Big clothesline. Man. And then you're going to talk smack because, well, why wouldn't he? Brings him up. Legacy elbow to the top of the shoulder. Really didn't quite catch him on the, didn't quite catch him at the base of the neck. But Logan back to his feet again. Man, drives him down. Lou here for the count. Prestige kicking out at 2, looking good so far. Rockin' Horns sends Logan into the corner. One more time. Reversal. Prestige, we've seen this before. A little misdirection and a clothesline. Man, I can't believe people still fall for that. And Prestige picking up the victory with that misdirection clothesline. Take one more look at that as he slides under the ring, under the bottom rope, and catching Logan Hawk completely unaware.
Here is your winner, the King of...
Anytime Prestige wins, it's shady, man. Anytime Prestige wins, it's shady. I mean, that looked like a genuine. It looked like a genuine handshake at the beginning there. I mean, Logan Hawk put his trust in him. I mean, we got ourselves some championship gold at stake. Blaze challenging Chris Chaos for that AoK Cruiserweight title tonight. You got back-to-back title defenses. Chris Nightmare is going to challenge Angus Gordon for the U.S. title right after this one. Not many ladies on tonight, to be honest with you. That's strange. I don't know how I overlooked that. Empress and Amaya, the only ladies matchup tonight. That's alright. We got tag matches coming up on the next show, so yeah. So while we're talking about it here, we were talking about Survivor Series War Games. Got quite a few teams here built together. Championship Committee, AoK Enterprises has got together and has started putting the teams that have been included in the War Games as these matchups come together. We are looking so far at just about, it's taken some time, trying to get matches of 4 people together. Though we do only have one women's match so far for the War Games. We are going to remedy that and pick up at least 2 more matches by the ladies. So as we build these matchups, I can at least tell you the teams that will be involved thus far. We'll start at the top. Bud Marvelous and Prestige have thrown their hat in the ring, but they do not have 2 more partners. The War Raiders, Adam Boone and Connor Riley, have teamed up with James Coleman and have recruited Kris Nightmare as their 4th member. Announced earlier here this evening, the Iron Man Ken Bouchard has teamed up with the BMF, the Hardcore Degenerate, and the Punisher, and they have recruited Dean Graves as their 4th. Destruction Incorporated, the Iceman and Psychosis, along with Anthony Omega, have recruited Cameron Sawyer to be their 4th member. The only match that has truly been defined yet, Lilith, Morgan Quinn, Mama Logan, and Zoe Yuri will team up to go against the Empress Sparrow, Amaya, Casey Gwen, and Alice Angel. Those so far are the only matches the only teams absolutely locked in. There are some whispers backstage of some more teams entering, but the War Games, every match, with the exception of one, will be in the confines of a steel cage. Elimination styles as often as possible. The War Games coming up in just a few weeks here on AoK, but right now, tonight, in the ring, Wayne Kerr is going to make the introductions for the Cruiserweight Championships.
Introducing the challenger from Cocoa Beach, Florida, weighing in at 100.
Yes, there will be. Yes, there will be. And it's going to be a long night. We're probably only going to do maybe 6 matches.
And his opponent,
Possibly 7. I doubt we do a full evening of 9 matches or more.
66 pounds.
Most pay-per-views are about 13 matches, but we do have titles that could be put on the line here and there. We could put some titles on the line in singles competitors, but also they will still be within the confines of some sort of steel structure. We will have one traditional Survivor Series matchup. No cage. 4 men to a team, 4 women to a team, whatever we decide on, and elimination style. Full tag action. Gonna be a long matchup, but by golly. And of course the main event will be, maybe we'll have every match in the War Games. Whoa. Every match will be within the War Games setup. Right now, Chris Chaos, though, boy, taking it right to the challenger. Hey, this Chaos got a little bit of confidence, man. Chris put a little bounce in his step over the past couple weeks. This man's been picking up titles. Wins a title, hands it off to somebody else, goes, grabs another title, runs with it for a hot minute, hands it off to somebody, goes back, grabs himself another title. Chaos throwing up the devil sign. Little Satanist. You can tell by his beady little eyes. Chaos firing off. Wow, what a spot. You think Chaos is a transitional champion? Nah. He's a belt collector. Nah. Transitional? Nah. Chris Chaos is one of those guys that just likes to be able to look at the records and be like, I was that champion, I was that champion, I was that champion. I don't need the belt to prove how badass I am. I don't need to carry it around. I just keep it for a week and then go get a different one. And then go find another one. He doesn't like to carry all that weight. Look at the size of him. He's just a little guy. He can't be carrying around more than 10, 15 pounds at a time. Look at him. Put 2 belts on that guy at the same time, he won't be able to move. He looked like Shawn Michaels on that one that was a SummerSlam where he got stuck down. There'd be chaos out there. All kinds of chaos out there. Anarchy and chaos. Ooh, that sounds like a good tag team. We don't have anybody named Anarchy, do we? No, that's the name of the show, actually. La la la. Under technicality, you guys are watching AoK Anarchy. Chaos looking for a victory here. Joe Brony with only the one. We can talk about Joe in this matchup. Our third man in the ring, head official Joe Brony. This man has been with AoK from the very beginning, I believe. Look at this monkey flip. It's Blaze. Looking to recapture the Cruiserweight gold. One more time, into the corner goes Chaos. Blaze eats himself an elbow there as Chaos comes out quick. Comes out of that corner fighting mad. From the corner, what you got in mind here? Look at this. Running blockbuster, goes for the cover. Only 2. One more time. The champ climbing to the top rope. This could only be one thing. Turns his back. Phoenix splash. Center of the ring. Blaze shoulders down. Joe Brony only hits the match twice. I'm sorry, hits the mat twice. Missing with a big diving knee, that almost patented knee of Chaos. And Blaze, look at this, going for a submission hold. Fujiwara alarm bar. Chaos having none of it. It was a unique reversal. Blaze looking for a little distance here. Chaos follows him out over the top rope. And this AoK arena coming to life here tonight for Chris Chaos. Oh, nice big right hand, and Blaze having none of it. Looking to scrape the face paint off of that man. Joe Brony calling this matchup right down the middle as only Joe Brony can. You get to be head official of AoK by being a jabroni, I can tell you that. Joe Brony's no jabroni. Look at this, a hook of the leg, X Factor. New Cruiserweight, not this time. Not yet. Not yet. Chris Chaos pulls himself to the corner, but Blaze, like a shark smelling blood, he is all over Chris Chaos. Popping to the top like a can of Pringles. Atomic leg drop from the top. Off the ropes, what's he got in mind? Rolling Thunder Senton, and Chaos has a new. Wow, what a forearm. Chaos. Oh, what a. Oh, not the ass cheeks to the shoulder. Chaos, you animal. Who let that man out of his cage? Look at this, Blaze. Able to reverse it, slides over the back. Nice chop block, taking Chaos off his feet. Rocking horns, Irish whip. Into the ropes, Blaze dropping down. Leapfrog over. Power slam. And Chaos, again, back to his feet. Not ready to give up the fight yet. Chaos with a modified rock bottom and a very unmodified right hand. Now Blaze needing to use the ropes for support. And a stunner using the top rope. Chris Chaos out for blood. Irish whip into the corner he goes. A big avalanche clothesline by the chaotic one. But look at this, Blaze suckered him right in. Cruiserweight Championship on the line, and these two men, I can't believe neither one of them have been busted open yet. X Factor one more time. That may do it. That could be it. We got a new, no we don't. No we don't, Chaos. Keeping the matchup alive. Blaze with a moonsault. And we have a brand new Cruiserweight champion in Blaze. Take a look at this replay. One of many X Factors when we're looking at that. With that moonsault from the top. There we see Joe with the 2 and the 3rd count. Brand new Cruiserweight champion at your service.
Cruiserweight champion, Mike Blaze.
Blaze picks up his victory lap. Sit in for one more. Championship match. Chris Nightmare taking on Angus Gordon here. AoK United States title on the line. Woo, baby, slow it down, honey. Slow it down. It ain't a race. Your tongue ain't got to move that fast. Wait, what? These two have battled it out back and forth over the past couple of weeks over this title. Angus Gordon capturing the title from Chris Nightmare just about 2 weeks ago. But tonight, we're going to give it another shot. Championship on the line, United States title.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the
It's supposed to be a
States Championship.
Conor Riley was supposed to walk. Nightmare was supposed to be at ringside with Chris Nightmare here in support of the team up of Nightmare and the War Raiders. But unfortunately, Conor Riley had an emergency and had to leave the arena. So he will not be here in support of either Chris Nightmare nor his normal tag team partner, Big Bad Adam Boone, as he teams with James Coleman in their matchup later this evening. But right now, your United States champion is about to enter the arena. Lord Angus Gordon on Chianok. Of course, Angus Gordon making a name for himself towards the last half of season 2, as he had picked up the victory at the Royal Rumble, earning his spot in the main event, only to gather the World Championship just weeks before WrestleMania, leaving us in the issue of the Royal Rumble winner being the champion at WrestleMania, who was already guaranteed a shot no matter what. But luckily, Bud Marvelous came to the rescue and ran with that title for the longest time here, clear into season 3. And how the mighty has fallen as our U.S. champion, here to defend tonight against Kris Nightmare. U.S. title on the line. We're gonna let Wayne Kerr pick up some of this, some of these introductions as we got one more good close-up look at that United States title. Handcrafted by yours truly. Sort of.
Introducing the challenger.
Digitally handcrafted by yours truly.
Weighing in at 220 pounds, the unpredictable Kris Nightmare. And his opponent from Scotland, weighing in at 320.
Kris Nightmare, a bit of a wily
He is the United States
type of
champion,
wrestler.
Angus Tenacious Gordon.
Oh, Angus Tenacious. Tenacious Angus. Joe Brony taking that United States title back over to the former United States title champion. Let him take a look at that. Did you say, remember what that looked like? He said, yeah. He said, fine. You want to turn a shot of it? He said, I do. Let's get it on. Joe Brony officiating only the biggest matchups as OTM reaches into chat. Kris Nightmare joining, as I said, OTM's team of the War Raiders. And look at this, looking for a quick victory over the U.S. champion. Look at this. And almost gets it. Nightmare looking to go quick on this one. Gordon. That size difference coming to play. As Nightmare finds himself in a nightmare. As those big boots come raining down on top of his noggin. Gut wrench, sit out power bomb, and Gordon just buckled that man. Just shoved him right into the mat with that power bomb. Nightmare upside down, toss away suplex. Single leg sweep, and Gordon now finds himself face down on the mat. Both men back up, swinging. Nightmare coming out with the advantage so far. Goes for the drop kick, but blocks it. And Gordon takes it back to the pubs of Scotland. Goes straight over for the ground and pound. And that's the thing about Gordon, man. He's not only just a big guy. This guy likes to fight. Big headbutt. This man is a brawler as far as brawling goes. You want a fist fight, get in the ring with Angus Gordon. You're damned right. You're damned right. Tenacious Angus over the top rope and sidestepped by his opponent. Kris Nightmare. That much quicker. But look at this, Gordon still on his damn feet and fighting back. Falling neck breaker, and he may have just taken his younger opponent straight to hell. Back up into the corner he goes. Here at ringside, the barricades separating the crowd from the action. Nightmare with a nice hurricane run at ringside. And Joe Brony's still counting it up here. Nightmare got a little bit to prove. He definitely wants to. Look at this. Look at this. Talk about something to prove. Hooks the leg off of that springboard cutter. And Gordon with a big boot to the face. Was that a Claymore? Did he catch him with a Claymore or just a big boot? Nightmare kicking out at 2 regardless. Shotgun drop kick to the chest. Angus catching that one coming in. Feeds the Rockstar a big shot to the face. Into the corner he goes. Gordon stalking in. Gets a set of boots handed to him. It's like a climbing forearm. Super kick turns the champ round and round. Over the top rope, guillotine leg drop. One more time, all the way to the top. Swing and a miss, I'm not sure. Everybody down, everybody's hurt. Man, that looked like a Sin Cara match. Jesus, everybody's botched. This Nightmare has no idea what's going on. And Angus Gordon's completely confused. Tried for the 360 Phoenix and missed, and Gordon answered back with a boot to the cheek. Into the guts. Look at this. The United States champion. The United States champion fighting back. Up until that right hand. But again, fighting champ, knee to the face, runs him down with that Shining Wizard. Gordon, ring awareness. You don't get the accolades that Gordon has by not having a little bit of ring awareness. And look at this pump handle X Factor. That might do it. No. Champion, no. Only 2 is the Rockstar. Oh, damn. Eats a boot by Gordon. Angus sets him up for the powerbomb. But Nightmare fires off a couple of shots of his own. Look at this. Tosses him. No. Hurricane. What the hell just happened there? To the top. Double mushroom stomp and nobody there. Gordon back to his feet, but too slow. As Nightmare takes a shot to the chin. Here we go. Gordon fights back. Slams his opponent down and Gordon into the corner. Thought he was going to set up for that Claymore kick. Kris Nightmare again. Short distance drop kick. And Angus thinks he got it settled out, but no, over the top rope one more time, using that ring ropes as a ladder to step over and launch himself into the air for that attack. Into an armbar, and again working the bigger opponent over. Standing moonsault and a kip up just to keep the crowd pumped. Again, United States Championship on the line. Match got to finish up inside the ring. Can't be a count out. Title doesn't change hands that way, Nightmare. Super kick, a flurry of punches, but Angus Gordon not having any of it. Again with that ripcord by almost pulls him in for that clothesline. And the Hillbilly Defibrillator. Nightmare. Gut wrench powerbomb. Man, did that lay him out. And the champion circling around, almost like he's not sure if he. Look at this. Aiming for the corner, almost breaks the man's neck. With that overhead suplex, Claymore. That might do it. This matchup is probably over. As Joe Brony goes down for 2, and Nightmare has too much fight left. How much? We don't know. But Gordon believes he is at the advantage here. Look at this. Gordon climbing to the top rope. Elbow drop from the top. And Chris Nightmare tried to roll out of the ring, but I think he realized it was further than he thought. Off the ropes, another boot to the face. Again, a hook of the leg. The United States champion. And Nightmare grabs the bottom rope. A little throwback to earlier in the match. Angus pulling the same maneuver. Double underhook. Up and over. Nightmare with the reversal. These two men going at it for the United States title, and they are both going through everything in the book to pin their opponent. Look at this ripcord after the super kick, pulls him back for a ripcord, a Spanish fly. Forgot the name of it. Drew a blank. Super kick one more time. .360 Phoenix. We might be looking at a United States title change. Nightmare reclaiming. I said earlier he was out here to prove, tried to say he was out here to prove his worth to the War Raiders. And no better way to do it than to become the United States champion.
Here is your winner, and new United States champion, the unpredictable Kris Nightmare.
You just heard the man, Wayne Kerr, passing on the news that it is official. He is now the United States. You're United States champion. We get ready to head backstage here and get set up. It's Hunter Singer, the workhorse of AoK. You guys want to see a rivalry action with this? You guys want to see a cutscene or something? No? Yeah. Let's see that. Let's see that. Hunter Singer, Zakk the Ripper. One-on-one Zakk. This man been struggling a bit. I don't understand. He's such a powerhouse. He just can't seem to grab up the victory when it's needed. He doesn't have a terrible win-loss record, mind you. I mean, it's as average as everybody else's, for the most part. For the most part. But yeah, he just can't seem to grab. Just can't seem to grab any kind of championship gold. But tonight he takes on, as I said, the workhorse of AoK, the total package of AoK, Hunter Singer.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Misfits from Pennsylvania.
And no, we did not adjust the Ripper's. We did not adjust the Ripper's entrance. That was something I forgot to adjust. But that's okay. It doesn't hurt him then. Probably does him some good. Probably does him some good. Probably does him some good. Hunter Singer. What can you say about him? Big fan of the Hawaiian Raves. That is not a sports team. That is a pastime. For this man anyway. Hunter Singer, former Cruiserweight champion, former Intercontinental champion, former tag team champion. But this man, Zakk, the Ripper, the Grim Creeper of AoK. Ready to make that entrance. A little bit of tribute for you.
And his opponent, from the edge of reality, weighing in at 276 pounds, Zakk, the Reaper.
The Grim Creeper making his way out here tonight. As always, ready to alter the reality of what you see before you. As he mysteriously and wondrously takes a break and gets himself an imaginary, real-to-life rocking chair. It's a long walk down there. You gotta watch them hips. You gotta watch them hips when you get about 3/4 of the way down that ring. Kind of jolt a little bit. You get that little side step you do. Kind of step a little hard and hurt your hip a little bit at a certain age. You gotta be careful. He might. No, I'm not gonna. I'm only gonna do this because that's the kind of person I am. But let me take a look at this. 3667. 3667. If it wasn't for your last 2 wins, Ken, your percentages would be pretty close. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Zakk the Ripper. Wow. Holy. I'm going to interrupt myself with that. Zakk the Ripper just matrixed the shit out of poor Hunter Singer there. The 2K, I will say, 2K has been very brutal. It's been very brutal to IKB, Zakk the Ripper, and this season, Logan Hawk. And Zakk the Ripper says extreme matchup. This man goes outside and brings steel steps into the ring. And he don't know how to use them, but Hunter hitting that big springboard, looking to take this all away here. Springboard cutter, this man. Though I will say, Hunter put up a hell of a matchup in his last showing. But unfortunately, he also walked away with a bruised hip or some craziness, if I'm not mistaken. But taking these steps right to Zakk the Ripper. And again, Zakk dropping another big bomb. Gets hit with another big bomb. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 2K's a joke in your town anyway. But there's so much I hope that they fix if they go to 24. If they're sticking with 2K, which I assume will be announced shortly, if it hasn't been fully announced yet. And the Ripper trying to stay a step ahead. Took that drop kick like a champ though, didn't he? Of course, we all know my first complaint is my first thing on the wish list. Everybody knows my first thing on the wish list is special guest referee. Guys, if we can get special guest referee, AoK champion, that is a game changer for AoK wrestling. Special guest referee will be a game changer especially if they can work it as they did this year with the Royal Rumble mechanics. Yeah, more so than just the wrestlers that are already on there or the same. I mean, I don't mind having the same stuff we get year after year. Don't get me wrong there. Because absolutely, I do prefer, a lot of times I do prefer to use like the non-trademarked music that they have on there, I guess. The more generic style. Doesn't really belong to anybody type of theme music. I mean, if they could bring back the add your own, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'd be all down for that. I'd be all down for that. The Ripper one more time with another suplex outside, blocked by Hunter. Look at this. Trying to take the skull part of the Grim Creeper. Long way around, taking the scenic route back to the ring. I don't know the answer to that. Probably. But then you still got to deal with YouTube and Twitch and everybody else that would have it. Either way you look at it, somebody's gonna rock block you. I mean, somebody's gonna theme music block you. And it's 2K, so even if they do get it, even if they do allow it, like it's not gonna work anyway. Sure you can, but you can't. Only in my faction mode. Only in my faction mode. And look at this over there. Oh, I thought Hunter was coming out tough. What he ended up doing was planting his feet just before he got planted in the head. And a big power bomb by the Ripper. There you go. Just the whole album? Like the whole album power driver, or just the one song power driver? I'm just playing the whole album straight through. I'm talking Girls in Cars. I'm talking Power Driver. I'm talking Jive Soul Bro. I'm talking Waking Up Alone by Hillbilly Jim. I'm talking whatever other songs might have been on there that I can't remember anymore because it's been 35, 40 fucking years. But yeah, I'll play the whole album. Stand Back. You can't forget Stand Back. You can't forget Stand Back. The song sung. If you've listen, don't listen to that part of it. You jump back over that. But if you listen to this part of it, if you have not heard Vince McMahon sing Stand Back, don't do it right now because you'll fuck with my views. when I'm done here, go to YouTube and check out Vince McMahon singing Stand Back from the Slammy Awards of about 1980 something. I think you'll appreciate it. If nothing else, it'll just give you another reason to hate me. So, it's a win-win for me. But here we go. Standing senton off the top rope. Hunter Singer looking to finish this one up, and Zakk the Ripper says no. My mama didn't raise no bitch. And if she did, it was my sister Ashley. Locking horns, Irish whip. Hunter Singer looking to take this one home. And no. Zakk the Ripper brings the knees up, interrupting the poetry in motion. And he's brought out the sledgehammer. Coming out here like Peter Gabriel. And look at this. Hunter Singer leaping to the top rope. Zakk the Ripper daring him to leap off. Locking horns. Singer gets the advantage, but goes in the other direction. Look at this. What's he doing? Hunter done lost his mind. Giving the Reaper a whole lot of time to make up his mind about doing something looking just like that. Snake eyes on the Raven Hawaiian. Hurricane Rana saves his own ass. But again to the top rope. Hunter calling it out one more time. Standing Swanton. Is that going to be enough to keep the Reaper down? Doesn't matter if it is. Look at this. Hunter Singer thinks he's got him now. He thinks he's got him this time. And he'd be correct in that assumption. As Zakk the Ripper takes another V. Another L. Sorry, another L in that bracket. As Hunter Singer takes the big crunch. What was that? The Up in Smoke. We almost forgot he had a name for that. The old Up in Smoke, the Standing Swanton. Zakk the Ripper taking another L as that man, the workhorse, picks up another dub in this Extreme Rules matchup. You know, I never met that man personally, but somehow I feel like that little dance right there sums him up perfectly. I'm just saying. I just get the feeling. Get the feeling that that's probably an accurate depiction of any animated character within this game set. Hardcore title up next. Tank challenging Ted Rockpage. Another rematch up here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lying about that. Omer had been running that. Omer had been the hardcore champion for that run. I'm sorry. But Tank also former hardcore champion, former two-time hardcore champion, looking to make that a third run for himself. Here tonight against Teddy Rockpage. Of course, Rockpage just picking this match up, picking this championship up last episode against Omer T. Hinkle-Dimer. But tonight he faces 245-pound Chia Pet. The glorious one, Tank.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for
a few more matchups coming up here as we get through this hardcore title matchup. Coming up next, we got that tag team action. Destruction Inc., Psychosis, and the Iceman challenge go head-to-head against James Coleman and Big Bad Adam Boone of the War Raiders. Follow that up with another title match, World Title, Undisputed Women's Championship. Amaya puts that title against the line against the Empress Sparrow. And our main event, a special main event for you guys tonight. Ken Bouchard cashing in channel bits. Those neighborhood chips. The beer chips from the neighborhood tavern. To challenge IKB, to challenge Remington Singer for the world title here tonight on AoK Sunday night. NRK. Tank, the buff Corey Matthews, ready to go here. Ready to be fired up, ready to go head to head against this man. Another well-decorated wrestler here, Teddy Rockpage, current hardcore champion, former television champion. Ted Rockpage. Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect. He has been on a roll, though. This man has been picking up wins. Enough to pick up a title. Coming in with the champion's advantage is what we're looking at.
Introducing the challenger from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 245 pounds, Tank.
You, too many O's. You sound like you're a ghost. There's one too many O's. You're not, it's not thumbs down. That's not a thumbs down boo. That's a scary boo. You have one too many. One more is like, hey boo. You know what I mean? You gotta go one more less than what you got now. But you're perfect for it to be the scary one. Yeah. Hardcore Championship on the line. Referee Jenna Taylor to be your official here tonight. Lots of titles on the line here tonight. Blaze picking up that title change. Chris Nightmare picking up that title change. Probably shouldn't jinx some people in the matchups tonight, but Tank, well, he grabbed that new title. I may have jinxed somebody, but he paid for this matchup. Snags him up in a big sit-down slam by the Hardcore Champ. Tank rolling out of the way of that elbow drop. Catching Rockpage across the top of the noggin there. A headbutt to keep it moving forward. Off the ropes, head full of steam. Big man to be moving. Ultimate splash. And a boot to the chest to follow it up. And a clothesline that takes the man's head off and puts him out in the second row. Rockpage right back to his feet, catching him. Look at this, catches Tank coming out of the ropes. Feeds him right into a suplex. And an inverted one heading the other way. Rockpage sending the Tank into the corner. Climbing the ropes. And Tank. Nah. Not this time. Tank with one big hand shoves him across the ring. Rockpage trying to make a comeback, but Tank not having that either with that inverted, or that atomic drop. Rockpage just tossed into the ropes. Tank may be losing his temper in there. Be careful doing that. You lose your temper, you start making mistakes. Just like that, swinging a miss, getting ahead of himself. Rockpage sidestepping that clothesline. And follows him into the corner with a clothesline of his own. Rockpage looking to take this one home right now. No count there is referee Jenna watches on. Ted Rockpage working the knees over of Tank. Slowing it down, keeping the matchup alive here. But working his opponent over, his much bigger opponent. Trying to take the foundation out from under that powerhouse that is known simply as Tank. Rockpage back to his feet. Tank, a strong Irish whip, sends him into the corner. Follows the Hardcore Champion in. No, say it ain't so. Rockpage caught in a precarious position here. Tank, right in the bow shack. We got a pinfall attempt. This may do it. is Ted Rockpage. Is that, you see that spot right beside his, you see that spot right there on his, that's where his testicles is going to enlarge. That's what that red mark is on the side of that man's head. He kicked him so hard, the testicles are going to enlarge in his temples. And look at this Tank taking flight for as far as a little bird can fly. Hardcore title, man, and Ted Rockpage being put to the test here as the hardcore champion. Jenna again with the counts. Rockpage back in the ring, trying to get the crowd behind him. Tank taking that opportunity to kind of catch his breath, but double swing and a miss. Like he was going for that big double axe handle swing. Rockpage, look at this, Rockpage, what a deadlift gut wrench. Almost 250 pounds he just swung around like that. Takes him up for the power bomb, slams him to the mat. And Tank again back to his feet. No quit, neither one of these two. Rockpage boot to the belly button, and now Tank has him up for that torture rack. Are we going to see a submission? Is he going to make the hardcore champion tap out? Not at this moment. Not at this moment. Rockpage breaks free. Belly to belly, slams him down, hooks the leg. Jenna there for the count. And Tank kicking out at 2 again, keeping this matchup. Going forward, one more big knee to the face. Hardcore title on the line, Ted Rockpage. Looking to move up the ranks of AoK. Tank looking to do the same, but do it in glory with the gold. Rockpage ducks under the clothesline. Sets him up onto the shoulders for the big FU. And it may be too much. Rockpage back to his feet, down for the count. Tank, any gas left in that tank. Rockpage continues on as your hardcore champion. Let's take a look at the replay here. Right in the bow shack. Right in the bow shack. But that FU kind of deserved it. If you kicked me in the ball shack, I'd give you an FU too, is all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if that's all I'm saying, you kicked me in the ball shack, but I'm just saying, you know.
Hardcore champion, the bombshell, Ted Rockpage.
Rockpage. Steel cage elimination hardcore title match. That sounds like we might have to look into something like that for the Survivor Series. We might have to come up with some crazy matchup for the hardcore title at Survivor Series. Let me jot that down. We're going to look into that. Let me jot that down. I'm going to jot that down right now. Survivor Series. We're going to jot that down. Where's it at? Survivor Series. Survivor Series. Crazy hardcore match. Count on it. Count on it. Let's head into the backstage area and get some information for the next matchup. Our tag team matchup of this evening. Destruction Incorporated with their team member Anthony Omega. Go against the War Raiders. Big Bad Adam Boone and James Coleman. Interesting to see how this turns out. as Boone and Coleman have been friends for quite a few many years here. They've known each other. You know, they've trained together. They wrestled against each other. They wrestled with each other over the years. But tonight the tag team again here. First time, one of the few times we get to see them here, showing their solidarity going forward. Both of these teams showing solidarity going forward into Survivor Series, the War Games. Now, no matchups have been, other than the, the thing is, there's no tag division in this, on this particular in-game show. So since most of this show has been AI. I mean, really, other than your match, the whole show is AI. AI set. So yeah, since it was set up as AI, or set up with the AI, they're still on the lower end of the, in singles departments, they're on the lower end of the tier. In the tag team division, which is on the other in-game show, they are top tier tag team. As singles competitors, they haven't registered yet. They haven't made a blip yet as a singles competitor. Make sense? I mean, they'll make an appearance tonight. Don't you worry about that. They're making an appearance tonight. There's solidarity going on. There's a theme. There's a theme going on. Television champion James Coleman teaming up with the big bad Adam Boone. Again, these guys showing, we'll see a lot more of combinations as the weeks go forward here, as all these teams start to solidify and come together. How many matches will we have at Survivor Series? We got a lot of wrestlers on the roster. I'm gonna reach out to a couple of you and see how you feel about putting certain ones with certain people here together. We're kicking this thing off. Big Bad starting it for his team, and the Iceman starting it for his. Big Bad sidestepping that shoulder tackle. That thing is no joke of a flying shoulder, by the way. Big Bad ain't no joke of a person either. Look at this. All the way up face first he goes. Handful of fro. Look at this. Trying to squeeze the life out of Big Bad. And Coleman in to make the save. Solidarity. Irish whip brings him back in. The big shoulder tackle. A quick note there about something OTM and I had spoken about Mr. Conor Riley. Look at this, double team action on the outside. Coleman not getting involved this time, staying over on his, if he can't see what's going on, or a Big Bad being pinned down to the pinned down to the ringside area, right back to his feet, but sent right back into the ring. Look at this Big Bad struggling, but here's the thing: he didn't have to reach far to get Coleman. Irish whips sends Coleman far side of the ring, but Iceman takes his attention off of Coleman to Big Bad, and Coleman turns his back on. There's a whole lot of missteps right here, and that led to where we're at here. An unprettier and a hook of the leg. Only one. Jenna Taylor hitting the mat. Anthony Omega at ringside for the Destruction Incorporated. Coleman with a running neck breaker. welcomes Psychosis into the ring and tags in Big Bad. Psychosis, a hell of an athlete. For a big man, much like Boone, for a big man, this guy can move. But right now, Boone puts the boots down and then heads over for another tag. Another quick tag here by the War Raiders. Coleman measures him, but then turns his back and finds himself getting kicked in the back of the coconut. Series of rights and lefts, punches and kicks. Coleman right back to his feet as we get another tag here by Destruction Incorporated. Coleman trying to keep eyes all around him there. He's in the wrong side of town. Unfortunately, came up a little short there as Iceman. And Coleman again tagging out as Iceman makes the misstep. Boone, your legal man, coming in with a shoulder tackle. Iceman to the corner. And Boone driving those knees into the chest. Now using the boot. Trying to push that man like a sieve. Trying to squeeze out all the juices. Standing power slam. What a beast is Boone. Boone allows the tag. One Psychosis in the ring. Look at this. Set Psychosis up. Lays him out with the Boone with the Big Bad Bomb. And the Iceman comes in tough, taking Boone out to make that save. And the AoK crowd, the AoK arena, popping here for the big guy. You'll see some double team action perhaps as Boone. Look at this. When I said solidarity, double team action indeed. Coleman taking flight off that second turnbuckle, locking up with Psychosis. Up to the shoulder and a snake eyes perhaps. Coleman with a series of elbow drops. Celebrating with the crowd, but showboating, my friend. You know what it leads to. Face first into a turnbuckle and some double team action from your opponents. Otherwise known as an ass whooping. Double underhook. Could it be? Spins him out, but doesn't hold him for the pinfall. Nice pinning combo off that suplex, and Coleman kicking out. These two teams, the War Raiders and Destruction Incorporated, both teams scheduled to be at War Games. Look at this. Crossface applied by Coleman. Boone coming in to keep his opponent. But Psychosis never, look at this, Psychosis able to slip free with or without help from his partner. And a boot to the face. Coleman just crumbled. Coleman barely able to make that tag. But Boone with this ridiculous bear hug. Almost a sleeper hold. If Boone were to shift up his left arm, that would be a hell of a sleeper hold. And right now the Iceman taking the full brunt, the wrath of Boone. His Destruction Inc. is being missing. It's just being missed. Can't talk tonight. We got a kick. We got a big boot, and we got a 2 call. We got a 2. Jesus H. All right, stop a minute. Let's get back on track. Yes, Boone is indeed a one-man wrecking crew at the moment. Taking on both members of Destruction Inc. Making another tag, Coleman makes his way back in. And if I'm not mistaken, friends, I just want to verify that. That's Coleman to the top rope. I don't know what he's got in mind. Standing diving elbow, nicely done, but again, talking to the crowd as his opponent makes another tag. He could have had the pinfall there. Coleman with the fireman's carry into the driving knee. Another pinfall attempt. Too close to the opponent's side of the town. Anthony Omega actually not being much of a factor here in this matchup. All four men in the ring at the moment. Jenna Taylor could be losing a Boone. Stepping out. Here we go. Pinfall attempt. 2 count. Coleman coming up at 2.5. Iceman not sure what else he could do here. Right hand. Coleman with a back elbow changes the dimensions of this matchup. Snapping power slam, looking for that pinfall again. 2 count. The Iceman kicking out. Missing with that hell of a kick. Coleman turns things around here, looking to send his opponent into the corner. Sends him face first, boot to the midsection. Not what you got in mind here. Coleman blatantly choking out his opponent here. Jenna Taylor trying to tell him you got the count of 5. You can't be doing that. There's rules and regulations. She don't know when they apply, but she knows them all. Another tag, Big Bad. Now you're a legal man as the Iceman. On spaghetti legs, barely able to hold himself up. Gets slammed to the mat again from the big 7-footer. Boone with a quickness with that tuck and roll. Able to avoid that clothesline and back on top. Back into his own corner. And another tag to Coleman. Coleman again to the second turnbuckle, taking flight. Dropping down on the forearm, springboard cutter, springboard crossbody. Another pinfall attempt, hooks the leg. And a kick out again by the Iceman. Coleman running out of ideas. As Psychosis is disposed of to the outside, Boone following his opponent outside. Coleman with a legacy elbow. Just seen floating feet there for a minute. I thought we glitched. I thought we were going to have the damn 2K. Eat the feet. Coleman back to the top rope. As Boone absolutely attacks Psychosis outside the ring. Coleman with a Samoan splash. And Jesus Christ, that man kicked out again. Unbelievable, that man kicked out after that Samoan splash. And Coleman taking the head off of Psychosis as he rolls into the ring. Into the turnbuckle, hell of a kick. Hooks the far leg. And barely, look at this, catching the 3 count. Psychosis 1 step behind on that pinfall. Almost made the save, but just not close enough. Boone with the big boot. And here near pinfall. But the War Raiders again showing solidarity. I said Connor Riley had to leave the arena under emergency circumstances, but Chris Nightmare joining the War Raiders. Also joining us is our new United States champion. As we get into the first half of the main event, Women's Undisputed Championship on the line. These two women will be tag partners come War Games. But tonight, Amaya puts her title on the line against the locker room general, Empress Sparrow. Of course, Empress will lead her team consisting of Amaya, Casey Gwen, and Alice Angel against the likes of the Witch Lilith, Morgan Quinn, Mama Logan, and Zoe Yuri. All right, now we're going to get ready to go to ringside and get these women kicked off here. As I said in our first half of our main event. Coming up next, the Iron Man Ken Bouchard has bribed his way into a world title shot against Remy in our special main event. Cashing in on the Neighborhood Tavern chips. Neighborhood, what are we going to call these things? Empress looking to pick up dual titles tonight as she arrives with the Women's Hardcore Championship. Empress Sparrow again, the only title she has not gathered up in the women's division is the tag titles. Am I wrong about that? She may have gotten that already too. No, she has not grabbed that up yet. She's been multiple time hardcore champion. This is her third title reign as the women's hardcore champion. And she is looking to take tonight as her third time world champion. The challenger, the women's undisputed world champion, the anomaly, Amaya. Again, Maya on her third world title reign. Of course, her first title reign being legendary here at AoK. World titles on both sides of the BMF. It's happened before. It can happen again. The Women's Championship on the line here at AoK. One half of our double main event. The first half of our double main event.
Introducing the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Empress.
So real quick, we did get some information on Damian Bouchard as well as Gabriel Lovecraft.
Undisputed world champion, the anomaly, Amaya.
Both of these two men looking to be back within the month. Both of them, of course, injured. Oh man, about 3 months ago, at pay-per-view. Damian wants to make his comeback, but is still being called off. Still has some bruising and some issues. Lovecraft has been announced that he has been cleared, but he himself has not been reachable. So we'll bring you more information on that as days go forward. And right now, we got a Women's Undisputed Championship on the line. Amaya taking the brunt of this as the Women's Champion. Is getting manhandled at the moment by the challenger, Empress. Sparrow with a big elbow drop to the center of the shoulder blades. We're going to the outside. Referee Jenna Taylor starts her count. Big slam by the Empress. They battle it out here at ringside. Amaya sent into that barricade designed to keep the crowd safe from the pixelated violence laid out in front of them. The referee continues her count here as Empress being held back by Jenna. Empress caught up. Hurricane Rana sends her into the ropes and a drop kick to the lower back. And the challenger comes up swinging. She punched her right in the boob. She planted that thing right above the areola. Hook of the leg. Empress gets the 1 count. The world champion having issues here tonight with the challenger. Nice ankle lock, takes her down to the mat, tripping her opponent up, but Empress caught her ankle good. That's she kind of dragged that foot behind her as she pulled herself up. Amaya may have, Empress may have sprained her ankle in that maneuver. Amaya looking to take advantage of that, but Empress still forcing her opponent back and babying that left ankle. A Russian leg sweep. And look at this, the champ right back up, and again, Empress figure 4, locking it down, trying to take the champion to a submission. But again, Amaya working on that leg earlier. Has the Empress a little weak on that left side. Now working over the arm and back to the attack. This crowd really not behind the women's champion at the moment. Irish whip. Amaya hard into the corner. Now Empress going to work on the knee. She had tried to figure 4 earlier on Amaya. Swinging a miss, catches her with that swanton from the top, or that moonsault from the top. Russian leg sweep from the side, and Amaya back in control of the world champ with a single leg camel clutch. But Empress too quick. One more time, sets her up and lays her down. The challenger fires off a set of kicks. And one more to the cheekbone. Well, that might do it. Looking to crown a new women's champion. Amaya not ready to give up that seat. Double underhook. Power bomb by the Empress. That may do it. New women's undisputed champion, not yet. Empress was sure she had her on that one. Back to the figure four. Back to the figure four. Did she work the leg over enough? Has she worked it over enough? Has she put enough damage to it? Amaya. Too well versed. These two have faced off numerous times over the last couple of months. Since their arrival here at AoK. And look at this, Amaya. Looking for the sleeper. Locks the ankles. Awful close to the ropes. The World Championship on the line. But Empress. Using the size advantage. To her advantage. Able to just toss her smaller opponent over the top. A series of throws and the Empress back in command. Locking horns. Amaya coming out with the advantage here, but a swing and a miss. Empress looking to capitalize, but no go. Amaya reverses with a couple of short shots to the stomach. Even flow DDT. And that's all she wrote. Look at this. Amaya looking to steal this one. Not able to do it. Look at this Empress asking her what the hell she was doing. These two women are going to be tag partners. They're going to be tag partners at Survivor Series. They will be on the same team. Amaya was handpicked by Empress. She handpicked the world champion. And these two are going at it tonight like they're bitter enemies. Championship gold will make you do weird things, man. To make you do weird things. But Empress in command of this matchup right now over the women's undisputed champion. Double underhook one more time with that power bomb. Puts all the weight to the legs, on the shoulders. And Amaya has fallen victim to the Empress Sparrow. We got a brand new women's world undisputed champion. The Empress Sparrow looking to lead her team at Survivor Series as a gleaming beacon of hope.
Here is your winner, and new Women's Undisputed World
And you heard the man.
Champion, Empress.
You heard the man. Let's get into it. The main event coming up next. Our special main event. This title ain't even on this show. World Heavyweight Championship. Remington Singer putting that title on the line against IKB. We got a couple of Survivor Series. We got a crazy hardcore matchup we got to put together. Something crazy. Remington Singer, Steel Trap, taking on the Iron Man. Ken Bouchard one-on-one for the AoK World Heavyweight Championship. Only a little bit of bribe to get him here. But hey, that's what those points are for. You want to be interactive, that's one way to do it. Come on in, jump in the chat, and use up them points.
The World Heavyweight Championship.
Get up there in the higher ones. 10,000, 100,000 points. You can challenge any wrestler. If I can find it on Community Creations, you can damn sure have it. The BMF coming out with the challenger here. There the Iron Man Ken Bouchard looking to take advantage of the world champion here. Remy putting up a hell of a matchup against Bud Marvelous just last episode, successfully defending that World Heavyweight Championship. Where IKB got the paid for golden ticket. The Iron Man looking to lead his team, much like his lady, the Empress, leading her team as the world champ. One good look at that title. Remy's name stamped on it. Will we be changing that back to Ken Bouchard?
Weighing in at 373 pounds, IKB. And his opponent from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 214 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Steel.
Remington Steel, another well-decorated wrestler here. Multi-time champion in multi-divisions. Tag team champion with his brother Hunter. $1 million champion with his brother Hunter. But tonight he is the world champion. Will he remain that at the end of this evening? Remains to be seen, but Ken Bouchard with his entourage at ringside here. We're going to ring the bell. Remy squaring up against Ken Bouchard. And Bouchard with a guillotine drop and staying right on top of the champion. Stalking around, sends his opponent back to the mat. Bouchard keeping this matchup slow and methodical here. Running power slamming again. Remy trying to get back to his feet. Fires a shot off from the knee. But again, Bouchard sidesteps. Look at this. Remy sidestepping Bouchard as he runs into the ropes. But again, IKB ready for this matchup. Belly to belly. And a hook of the leg. Only one, Joe Brony, your official here tonight. As I said earlier, you want nobody better in the ring for a title matchup than the head official himself. This man takes nothing from nobody. Springboard dropkick to the back of the head, rolling the Iron Man into a ball. IKB staggers back to his feet. Remy with an atomic drop. Rights and lefts, staggers the big man into the corner. IKB in a bit of trouble as Remy starts to focus on the leg. And again, Bouchard with the size advantage, using it every time. If you got it, use it. Blocks the right hand. IKB here to fight tonight. As again, his entourage of the BMF cheer on from ringside. Big right hand by Remy. Remy with the Remy slam. All the way around that Olympic slam, and Bouchard barely kicking out at 2.5. Remy to the top rope. Iron Man in a bad spot. Diving headbutt. Joe Brony right on top of things. And again, Bouchard kicking out at 2. Two of the champ's biggest moves. And look at this. Ken rolls out to the ringside. And even his teammates standing over him. Not interfering. Knowing that IKB at disqualification, we lose the chance at the heavyweight championship. Remy, with a whole lot to say about IKB, sends him into the barricade, and Joe Brony continues his count. You see him there telling the guys to get back in the ring. Joe don't give a damn. He will count you out, title match or not. The BMF staying out of the way, as I said. Strict orders not to cause a, not to get caught. At the very least, if you're going to interfere, don't get caught. Remy with a big European uppercut. But the Iron Man, I don't think he took too kindly to it. Using the ropes for leverage. Getting a little spring to his step, and Remy rolling out of the ring, thinking things over here. Back in we go, met with a clothesline. And the Iron Man looking to grab up the world title. Ass cheeks to the shoulder, that may be the worst of the group. That might be the worst of the group. As IKB looking to pick up his second title reign as the world champion, catching him with that clothesline. And IKB drags his opponent to the center of the ring, but wasting a little bit of time. Remy able to catch his breath and get his bearings. Staggers the challenger on the ropes. This again going to work on the leg of the Iron Man. IKB, can he hold him? Military press slam and a cover. World title on the line, no go. Kick out at 2. This matchup continues. The World Championship. You see the BMF in the background. Big HD and the Punisher. Spinebuster into a cover. And the champ is still with fight left. And lots of it. European uppercut, boot to the belly button, locking horns again. Champion sent for the ride, big discus clothesline, drops the champ center of the ring, and Remy shrugs it off. Shrugs out of the count. Ken kind of overconfident with that clothesline, but damn, what a forearm. Remy with a flying forearm, caught Bouchard right between the eyes. Sent for the ride. Ducks under, swings him around for a neck breaker, and Remy. Now Remy back in control, taking his time with his challenger. Stunner with the ropes. Takes it outside, and again the BMF back away. Back inside we go. Both men on their feet, and Ken, the Iron Man, catches him coming through the ropes. Sets him up and lays him out with a Bouchard bomb, and the BMF beside themselves. We got a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. IKB looking to lead the way through Survivor Series War Games as the Heavyweight Champion. And it is laid out. Here we go, bringing it in. Joe Brony, bring the title up.
World Heavyweight Champion, IKB.
You heard it here first. Wayne Kerr makes the official announcement as the BMF look to come in and claim dominance. Let's check out the data, check out the numbers. Let's make sure everybody's okay in the news. Let's run back through these. Just a reminder, Vulgar picking up the victory over Eric Coleman. Prestige winning over Logan Hawk, and as we mentioned earlier, kind of shady. Questionable things going on in that matchup. Blaze, your new Cruiserweight champion over Kris Chaos. Chris Nightmare, the new United States champion. Remington Singer picking up a victory over Zakk the Ripper. Ted Rockpage retaining the World Hardcore title. The War Raiders taking the victory over Iceman and Psychosis, the Destruction Incorporated. Amaya losing out to the Empress, Sparrow, for the Women's Championship. Newly crowned Queen of AoK. The Women's Champion, Empress Sparrow, and as we just saw, IKB snagging up the victory off of Remy. That's all you get. We jot down a little note to change that title name, change that faceplate, keep that up to date. It's one of the nice things about AoK. When you're the world champion, it goes on the belt. Let's take a look at the news. A lot of what we just said is what we're going to see. New Cruiserweight champion, Blaze. New United States champion, Chris Nightmare. Don't forget it. Empress Sparrow, the new Women's Undisputed champion. And of course, IKB, the new AoK World Heavyweight champion. Do we want to check the power rankings? Or we want to jump to the next show? We want to jump to the next show, then check the power rankings. Next show, let's see what AI says we might want to do. We'll talk about that in a minute. We want to go to the roster. We want to see the power rankings leading into the show. Nova, the Intercontinental Champion, sitting high and mighty at number 1. Cletus J. Hinkledeimer, 1/2 of the World Tag Team Champions. Number 2, Prestige at 3. Iceman and Psychosis rocking the top 5. Amaya, Omer T. Hinkledeimer, James Coleman, the television champion. Bud Marvelous and the Empress Sparrow, Women's Hardcore Champion, Women's United States Champion, holding the top 10. Going into next episode. Joe Jackal, Ted Rockpage, Remington Singer, Chris Coyote, and Morgan Quinn in the top 15. Vulgar the Clown, Vortex, Zoe Yuri, the Witch Lilith, and Zakk the Ripper in your top 20. Let's check the news heading into this one. There's a lot going on. A lot of people we got cleared by medical. No wonder he lost. He got cleared. He was beat up. Got cleared for medical this week. Omer Hinkledeimer suffered during his matchup. Still cleared to compete. Better take a peek at him there. New tag teams. This is last week's stuff. Why are we looking at... We ain't got nothing for this week. Nobody released. Nobody... Everybody good? Take a look at our champions. IKB, the world champ. Women's hardcore champ. Tag team champions. Coleman, television champion, of course. Women's championship. Let's take a look, see what this says we might want to do. Triple threat, out the gate, falls count anywhere. We'll talk about it. Zakk the Ripper and Nova, these two had a little spat last week. Who are you trying to cash in on now? Don't get greedy, because you know you'll lose all your titles. You know how that works. You know that's how the game works on you. Who are we challenging, Ken? Fatal 4-way Extreme Rules. I don't know if we'll do that. But Marvelous and Cameron Sawyer is a possibility of that. Isabella and Callie. Back and forth. Empress Sparrow and Quindle. Joe Jackal. Ooh, and you already called it. Oh, you should have waited one more click. We can swap them out. Joe Jackal and Chris Coyote being replaced by the BMF in a tornado tag match. We'll get that locked in. And Remy using his, look at this, Remy using his rematch clause to pull for an Extreme Rules match. And Logan Hawk and Trevor the Lawman. We'll come back to that. This card subject to change. Card subject to change as we flip through there one more time. But that is all the time we have for AoK Championship Wrestling this evening. So until Wednesday night, my friends. Whatever. Do whatever you want until next time. Just do whatever you want. It don't matter to me. Just as long as nobody gets arrested, nobody gets electrocuted. Y'all can do whatever you want. You have my permission. You tell the cops that when they show up if you do any of that bad stuff. So don't do the bad stuff. But do what you want. Just not the bad stuff. That's all. Peace.